Hey guys, thank you for joining me today on Godspot. I want to talk to you about the law of vibration, making things happen. And Matthew 7:29 speaks about Jesus, and it says, because he taught as one who had authority and not as the teachers of the law. So when Jesus spoke, there was always a ripple effect. In fact, people listened. And I don't believe it's some sort of special effect from heaven that when he spoke, there was a reverberation, Jesus, 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 I, always, always, always. I don't believe it was like that. But I do believe that when he spoke, there was an authority which had a certain vibration about it. I don't know if you realize this, everything has a vibrational frequency. Every object, every thought, every emotion, every job, every house, every movie, every restaurant, and so do people. People have a certain vibration about them. So let's unpack that a little bit. Have you ever noticed for some people, when you're around them, you feel light, you feel expansive, you can spend hours with them and still be energized. But then there are those who have a different vibration about them, that when you're with them, they make you feel heavier, more constricted, and absolutely drained. So I think you get the picture of what I'm talking about when I say about vibration. So I want to focus on the law of vibration in making things happen to achieve your goals and your successes. It was James Lovell who said, there are people who make things happen, there are people who watch things happen, and there are people who wonder what happens. He goes on to say, to be successful, you need to be a person who makes things happen. So these who make things happen are driven by passion, they're fueled by their dreams, and they are very determined to take action and make a difference. And they're not really content to sit idle or procrastinate, and they infect people around them and they energize them. And that's the sort of people that we need to make things happen. You've got to have a vibration about you. So how do we do that? Well, number one, step one, decide what you want. Decide. The way I do it, I decide what is acceptable and unacceptable. In my company, poor performance and poor behavior are two things that I find entirely unacceptable, and I won't put up with it. And I'll voice that. And I will voice that with vibration. I will email that with vibration. I will talk on the phone with vibration. How do I do that? Not necessarily with a loud voice, but there's some weight behind my words. If it's an email, I'll flag it, and then I'll highlight exactly what I'm looking for. Number two, step two is know why you want it. The why is really important. It's not enough to tell people what you want. You need to explain why you find it unacceptable or why you find it acceptable, and unpack that for them so you can get as many people on board as possible. Step three, take action. So once you decided the first two steps of what you want and why you want it, it's from there that you really need to communicate what you're expecting to happen. And so usually I always say, I expect. And when I use those words, there's some vibration behind it because people know exactly what I'm looking for and I've clarified it for them. Step four, the final one, is get support in place. Getting others on board is critical to making it happen. And that's why you need to speak with vibration, you need to communicate, you need to email, whatever way you do it, you need to do it vibration. If you want people to sit up and take notice, you need to put some vibration behind it. It's not enough just to send an email and say, well, I put it in an email. If it's not highlighted, it's not flagged, people won't pay attention. And if you don't follow up with a phone call, what I usually do is I have a discussion with people and I always follow it up with an email as per discussion. And I'll tell you, I put a lot of vibration and we get things happening. I hope this helps you today. If it does, hit the like button, share it with someone else, and thanks for tuning in and have a great day.